and going after the off-spinner, you just play it around.
And communication key. We've seen so many run-outs throughout the NPL. You want to make sure you communicate with your batting partner out in the middle. But it clearly seems that Binod Bhandari is going to be the aggressor here.
This one's right out of the screws and into the side screen as well. What a start by the Royals, and Binod Bhandari is breathing fire with the bat. They accumulate 17 in the first over.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs ले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
अब सिद्धार्थ बैंकको कार्ड प्रयोग गरी खरिद गर्दा मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङबाट टप अप गर्दा रिवार्ड पोइन्ट अर्न गर्नुहोस्। सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स, यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल, असली नै रोजौं।
Himal Dental Hospital, the perfect junction where experience, expertise and excellence meets technology. We are 24 hours open.
The target, but Macmillan, Dipendra, Ishan, Arif, Harmeet. It's a never-ending batting lineup for a side that has won the toss and decided to bat first in a big final. And what a start they've had. Rollicking, 17 for no loss, 2 sixes in the last over. Harsh Thakur going for runs as Nisham has been drafted. Well, he's been their go-to man for Asif Sheikh, beg your pardon. Driven. He's looking good and he's happy getting to the other end.
It's a good length to start from Jimmy Neesham though. Can't really commit on that back foot, not too short. But our on-field umpires, it's Bismillah Jan Shinwari, the man from Afghanistan. Alongside Rashid Riaz, currently going to square leg.
Yeah, he'll have to do a bit of running. And there is Mr. Bodhi Pradhan. Yes, we saw the wave. Very good afternoon to you, Mr. Pradhan. And umpiring has been spot on cue in this tournament. Meanwhile, it's going to be Bhandari facing up to Nisham. Oh, he's miscued this one. Binod Bhandari, but he's been sent out with a plan.
When sometimes you have to take those risks. They have a very solid batting lineup, the Royals. They want to maximize these power plays. We did mention it's going to be a high-scoring affair. The track is made for batting today. This one tried to go down the ground and he absolutely hammered it. It went all the way for the first few runs, as this is going to be more runs. 5 wides. They want to start better than this, the Bolts with the ball.
And the pressure will be felt for the fielding side. Drifting down leg. Not much could Milanta do behind the stumps. 5 wides. And in 8 deliveries, the Royals have already moved, or should I say raced, to 24. The Royals are unbeaten in their last 4 games. Beautifully driven. Work to do for the field and the deep. They're pushing for the second. And Zeb will get back as well. He's playing along the carpet and he's looking very elegant at the moment.
It's a good stroke. Jimmy Neesham bowling a hard length, but he waited on it. And it's a positive start. 26 already in just 1.3 overs. Dipendra Singh Airi, the skipper, he's going to be happy with the start. You could just see those wheels churning away in that brain, constantly analysing.
Good single, good run, good calling, good response. And this is what you need with the boundaries, turn the strike around. Now they've been in the Janakpur Bowls, as you mentioned, Monali, twice in their last 4 games.
Josh Trump, cutie pie, would you like to go on a date with me? Well, I think Josh Trump might have a date if he wants.
All I can ask him is, how's the Josh? And he'll say, hi, sir. Soft hands, sensible cricket.
The history doesn't favour the Bolts at the moment, but they want to try and change that today. Third time lucky is what they're saying. Anil Shah on screen with his broken arm, unfortunately out of the side. Poor timing with that broken arm, especially considering they're in the finals and they could have used that bat of his.
Yeah, you've got to have the method in the madness over here. It's the big final. Here again, third up in the circle this time. They'll not be allowed a single. It's been a very good passage of play so far for the Royals. Batting first, they are 28 after 2 overs.
क्रिकेटमा जितको मजा र फोनमा टेक्नोको मजा कसैले बिट गर्न सक्दैन बिकज टेक्नो प्रोवाइड्स बेस्ट क्वालिटी बेस्ट सर्भिस एन्ड बेस्ट सिग्नल टेक्नो स्मार्टफोन रोजी बनाउनुहोस् आफ्नो चोइस भोपाल
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Light Fond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Asif needs to strike big. He is a quality batter. Thakur has done the job. It's been a Nisham show more often than not in the latter half of the chase or the innings for the Bolts. What a contest over here. As the go-to man, one of the best bowlers in Nepal, particularly the left-arm spinners that we talk about. The leading wicket taker, 16 wickets for him. Always been bowling in the power plays, and look at that for economy and average as well. A best of 3 for 8. He's been their wicket-taking bowler. He'll be up against Binod Bhandari, who's looking dangerous and destructive as well. Was that an opportunity? I wonder what was the communication this time between the batters, but that was a very good chance. So close.
Have been a bit hesitant between the wickets, these two. Binod Bhandari, yes, no, sent back. I think he's the one who actually turned back. Noticed the fielder was coming in nice and hot.
You don't want to run out at this stage. No way. Yeah, he'll take the pace of the ball. This time, slightly more wider of Jimmy Neesham. And they'll fetch a single.
Lalit Rajavanshi, 2 for 22 in his 4 overs against the Yaks. You mentioned it, he's been very consistent. He's a wicket taker, but he had a tough game the last time he had played the Royals. In fact, most of their bowlers did. Long on. Actually, there's a mid-off and a deep mid-wicket. And a deep square leg.
This is very good running. Oh, this is a direct hit as well. And this will have to be referred upstairs. Has Zeb made it? They were slow to get onto the ball in the outfield, but a direct hit always gets everyone interested. This is going to be a very interesting call.
3 fielders in the deep on the leg side and very slow to get to this one. Should be in by quite a margin. Just needed to attack that ball a bit harder, and you could hear a loud call of throw. Get that ball into the keeper. Not out it is.
Yeah, you can sense a lot of support for the boys in yellow. The Sudur Paschim Royals come with a fair bit of army and entourage over here. The fans are on their feet, waving flags, banners and scarves. And it's a rainbow of loyalty and devotion for both the teams. And that's what NPL Season 1 has been all about. Yeah, with the left-handed batter, the left-arm spinner, there's a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. You'd sense Zaib will fancy his chances. Nicely bowled.
Exceptionally bowled. Saw Zaib coming down the track, fired it in. Followed him. Such a level of confidence that man brings to his side. Dipendra Singh Airi.
Sweeps. This deep square leg, he'll get a single.
More attacking this time. Shermala in the deep. Picks up and gets the throw in. Nice and quick. You got to remember, the Royals are quick between the wickets. The standards are set by their captain, Dipendra Singh Airi. You fumble, they'll take the extra. You're slow on the ball, they'll take the extra.
Yeah, you can sense the energy and the urgency here today for the Royals. Trying to make every ball count. Smartly done. You want to give respect to the bowler who's been in sublime form. This is a very fine over and a good start for Rajbanshi. Only 4 coming off it. It's 32 for no loss after 3.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Janakpur bowls. Good amount of support for them as well. 2 of the best sides, formidable sides, table toppers in the league stage, and quite fittingly in the finals as well.
Slow through the air, Harsh Tucker. Just get a sense that he's holding that ball. This time he gets some good revs on it.
Yeah, using the depth of the crease this time. Too close to cut. Needs to be careful. We saw what Tucker did with Shikhar Dhawan a couple of matches ago in the league stages. The one that came in with the arm. That was almost through him. Wonderful bowling here.
It's an excellent start to Harsh Tucker's over. He's gone for 17. That first over, very expensive, but he's bowling to Zaib this time. Good revs.
And it's a change of ends for Tucker, and now he's bowling to the longer side of the boundary as well, to the right-handed batter. Maybe that would have also prompted the captain to bring him from the far end, and that's a good move. And the large part of his second over has been to the left-handed batter, helping him gain confidence as well. This is nicely bowled. Yeah, just a bit of frustration creeping in here for Zaib.
Just outside the line this time. Going at a bit of a slow strike rate, 9 off 14, and you sense that something's got to give this delivery. Surely can't be a maiden.
Brilliant comeback by Tucker. He bowls a maiden and keep things quiet just when things are running away from their grasp. It's 32 for no loss.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
मेरो नम्बर मेरै चोइस। आफूलाई मन पर्ने नम्बर छानेर लिनुहोस्।
Himstar for a complete home.
of TCM, and Mr. Rahul Agarwal, the director of Siddhartha Bank. A big shout out to both these gentlemen for bringing about a special outing in NPL Season 1. Mr. Lokesh Sharma there, sipping on some water, MD of TCM. Wonderful to have you as well, sir. A very good afternoon. Wow, heavyweights and great work by TCM. I'll tell you what, they put across a carnival, a festival of the Himalayas, and we've seen some amazing work done by the TCM team all through.
Well, the dots are continuing to pile on here. So it's the 7th dot in a row now, and it's been 19 deliveries since the last boundary. The bolts are just starting to pull this back.
Yeah, you don't want to offer too much room. You don't want to bowl too full, because both these batters are already in top gear walking into bat.
And that's exactly what Lalit Rajabanshi is doing, allowing for no room. That one came in sharply to the right-hander.
Yeah, just go in with the arm. Bowl it flatter, bowl it quicker. Now you can see we've seen 9 dot deliveries.
Surely you just sense a release shot coming here, and he'll either find the boundary or he'll find the hands of a fielder.
Yeah, time since the last boundary, 22 deliveries. We've seen 10 dot deliveries in a row between Thakur and Lalit Rajbanshi. What a comeback here by the bowls. This looks an even contest. Wow.
Momentum's a funny thing, isn't it? When it's going your way, you find those runs very easily, and then all of a sudden you have one quiet over and that momentum's lost. The last delivery, we've not seen a run come in all of the last over, and then now 5 deliveries in this one.
Wow, we've seen 2 maidens in a row. It was 28 after 2, it's 32 after 5. This has been a spectacular comeback by the bowls. It's 32 for no loss.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless
much more like it. After 12 balls with not a single run, suddenly the Royals get going again. Flying start, 28 off 2. All of a sudden it was 32 off 5 as I welcome J.P.HappyMind.
Gee, they played those last 2 overs poorly. This is better. Long batting lineup. Got to take some risks inside this power play.
Just enough. Over the offside, Mahatso was right on the edge of the circle, but Zabe hits with the spin this time and makes it back-to-back boundaries.
Lovely shot, wasn't it? Little use of the feet, not quite at the pitch, but doesn't force it. Just times it.
This won't be a boundary, but will be at least a single, won't be a couple. Haven't even had time to catch my breath yet. HT, how are you? Very good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, Lenny, and afternoon to all those who have tuned into the broadcast. It's been quite amazing. Got off to an absolute flyer and then 2 poor overs with the bat. Granted, well bowled by Harsh Thakur and in particular Rajbanshi, but I thought that the 2 Royals openers, they got caught up looking in one particular area, and when it wasn't there, then they couldn't score.
Yeah, so much of a day like today comes down to who holds their nerve, who plays the rather unbelievable atmosphere better? Who handles the pressure? I'll get a couple here. Good running. You know how many times I've been here, HD, but I can't really, well, certainly for any domestic cricket, remember anything like this. The number of requests for passes, for tickets, the appetite for people to try and get here and experience it with their families, with their kids. Quite remarkable. As that'll be 4 more, the third of the over. Thacker maybe being asked to bowl one too many in the power play.
This is clever. This is very clever by Binod Bandari. Understands where the field is. There's a man at square leg, just in front of square. And he knows if he can beat that man at short fine leg, he'll have 4.
And this time goes finer because the man has come square. Doesn't quite get it as to how he would like, so only gets a single. Ends the power play. It belongs to the Royals. The score is 48 for none.
अब संसारको जुनसुकै ठाउँबाट
आयामी गरेको पैसा सजिलै प्राप्त गरौँ
डाइरेक्ट आयामीको सुपर वालेटमा
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
जहाँ पनि रमपम छँदैछ नि रमपम छँदैछ नि
DHI Happier Home. Today's hey.
After a flying start, then some diminishing returns. 2 maiden overs, no mistake in our graphics there. Overs 4 and 5, 12 consecutive dots. And then a return to good runs. As umpire Rashid Riaz says, that's the end of the first power play. So into the rest of the innings now. 5 fielders allowed outside the circle. And immediately Asif Sheikh, the standing captain, will take all 5 of them, and he'll turn to Kishore Mahato, who's had a really good start to the tournament, 11 wickets in total. Has just proved a little expensive in the last couple of games. Won't get the second this time. Same score, believe it or not, HD. I know they were chasing in that qualifier 1, but exactly 48 for none in the power play, the Royals.
Maybe that's what they were doing in overs 4 and 5. They decided, well, we want to be in a similar position to what we were in the qualifier, because we won. Just talking about those the spectators, the fans, there's some landlords with buildings outside of this ground that could make some serious money in renting out space.
Unbelievable, truly unbelievable. Wouldn't be surprised if a few of those advertising hoardings were kind of brought down. 50's up. It's a trademark of any big occasion. I mentioned March 16th of this year. I mentioned May 1st and May 2nd, not just the first day, but then the reserve day after the rain. They will be anywhere, any vantage point will do. That is outside the ground.
I can't help giggle at that. That's unbelievable.
Good news is they're not up in the trees there. They're on stable ground. It's the way the hills carve into the Tribhuvan University campus. It was really, I can only describe it as ludicrous the last 48 hours, H. Not many people have my number here in Nepal, and I was still getting spammed. Anyone who has a local number, I can only imagine what it was like for Paris Kadka. Requests for tickets, for passes. Gets it a good way in front to square and will get 4. Don't think it's gone all the way. I think it's one bounce. It's a stylish pull stroke from a very stylish cricketer, Saif Zaid.
Just going to have a little look-see here to see if it's gone all the way. Now, I think that Saif Zaid for me has been one of the surprise packages. That's going to be 4. In that he's been really good with him with the ball, played a beautiful innings of 90 earlier on in the competition. Not one of the names that you see around the world in the various franchise leagues, but I think This might put him up in headlights.
It's a good decision for me. He stepped inside the line of the ball. That would have clattered into his shoulder if not. Have to give the bowlers some leeway.
A little bit surprised where Kishore finds himself bowling. Mahato, in that he's been really good with the new ball. Again, let me refer to the early stages of the tournament when the bolts were quite exceptional.
Goes to the block hole. Good diving stop from Mohamed Mohsin. He'll have a big role to play with his 4 overs. Royals 55 for none.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
अब संसारको जुनसुकै ठाउँबाट
आयामी गरेको पैसा सजिलै प्राप्त गरौँ
डाइरेक्ट आयामी पेको सुपर वालेटमा।
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Tapaiको असली एनर्जी Red Bull असली नै रोजौं।
Venue is probably about another 8 to 10,000 just outside the venue. Have got some kind of a vantage point, but they could have sold this out 5, 6, 7 times over, and quite simply, for a first season of a league, I've never seen the like of it.
Well, a quite staggering statistic is one that, didn't it take something like less than a minute for it to sell out?
400 VIP seats that hadn't been sold yet, which were I think the 800 rupee ones rather than the basic 300 rupee tickets, as Sharmal is going to come into the attack. They released them and they sold in under a minute. Unbelievable. And yeah, that was just by freeing up another section that during the double header games they couldn't use because of the PMOA access that was required. No one at short fine leg, so it's a very safe shot for at least one. Bandari thinks of the second, but rightly sends safe save back. You add to that the fact that there's millions, and I mean millions, watching here in Nepal, and then millions down in India too. An extraordinary success. I met a family who've flown from Australia just before the start of play. Dozens, in fact hundreds, who've come from Janakpur and Sudar Pashim, many on overnight buses. It's just so brilliant to see the sport that you and I love thriving like this in a country that I've always loved, and I think you now love too, HD.
I think it's captured everyone's hearts, to be honest, Lenny. I think as many, me included, who arrived here and really had no idea what we were coming to. Smart had just clipped him on the helmet, Binod Bandari. Yeah, just on the grill, so they'll have to go through some protocols, some concussion protocols before play can continue. Won't take too long.
Always good to follow the protocols. Umpires doing their job. There's a lot of batting to come here, HD. What's the approach for these two now they've got through the power play?
Well, I think that the discussion would have been between the two of them. Look, we can both look to put the foot down now, because if one gets out, you know, new batter comes in, yes, but because we're both in, we can afford to be more aggressive. With two in batters, the last thing you want is dot balls. Good running again.
Well, I think if Saif Zaib hadn't run through the crease there might have been a third. It was a strange game, wasn't it, the virtual semi-final between the Bolts and the Yaks. I don't think either side played well, and some Bolts fans may be upset with me because they'll say, hold on, we won the game, but there were so many errors, too many errors from both sides. Great innovation. It's the full switch hit, completely changes his stance. Not the power switch hit, but gets enough of it to get 4 more.
perfect start here for the Royals. Both batters looking to get on with it. He's an all-round player, isn't he? He scores. We've seen him go down the ground. We've seen him go over mid-on. We've seen him go over extra cover. He's swept well. Now he's got the reverse sweep. He's got the game.
As a consequence, the fields had to change. It brought another man across. So it's now a 5-4 offside field. 2 behind square on the offside. Doesn't stop him repeating the shot, but the gap has been plugged. Good captaincy.
Yeah, and that's probably where I question the decision to play that stroke, because now there's 2 men behind point on that offside. So he could go the other way if he wants to.
Instead he goes down the ground. Long on is out there. Can he get underneath it? Oh no, he can't. He settled himself. It went miles to the heavens. One of the highest Siddhartha Bank sixes that we've seen. It's 68 for none.
बाजोपन सम्बन्धी कुनै पनि हार्दिक IVF and fertility.
तर यो सिद्धि दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले सिद्धि दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha, your way of quality living.
Join us and the ranks of thousands of successful students who have unlocked their full potential by pursuing their education overseas. Right Path Career Counseling.
They beat the Janakpur Bolts, their great rivals, in the playoff stages as well as the groups. They've only lost 1 game all tournament, and they're looking very good, having won the toss and decided to bat first. Look at how high this goes, HD. Monstrous 6.
Altitude. A much better choice of stroke. I thought he had played the reverse sweep and had got the field change that he wanted, and then to go down the ground. Here's a critical spell. This is a clever bowler, Mohammad Mohsin. Wonderful economy rate.
They are brilliant numbers. If you're offered a bowler in T20 cricketers, they'll run well comfortably for 2. The Bolts look a little rattled out there. If you're offered a wrist spinner or a finger spinner who will go at less than a run a ball and take a wicket every game, he's one of your first names on the team sheet.
Those numbers barely exist anymore in T20 cricket. I think even if you're under 8s, you're considered exceptional. The man that's wearing yellow today. That was an opportunity.
And again, I have to question, why does Asif Sheikh not have the gloves on? I've said it for the majority of the tournament. I think in 2 of the games he took them. Here we are. Just wonder, was it an edge? I was certain it was at first. It's the googly. It's brilliantly bowled. Maybe not.
No, don't think so. I think Mohammad Mohsin thought it had bowled him, gone over the top of the stumps and hit the fingertips of Malanta.
Was kind of 2 noises though, I think just purely maybe because the bat has come so close to the keeper's gloves. Either way, it was a tardy piece of glove work. It's given as byes, so the umpire didn't think there was an edge either.
Just going back to those numbers, I mentioned another man in yellow, Harmeet Singh, who's going to play a critical part today, particularly you would think against Jimmy Nishu. Left arm spin against the left-hander. Great shot. That is a great shot. I'm really struggling to complete my story here, but he's got an economy rate of under 4. What about this for a stroke?
Yeah, superb. And if you want an exhibition and a demonstration as to A, how to play straight, and B, why it's the best part of the ground to target, that is it. Now he goes over his shoulder. Ah, this is quite brilliant from Saif Zaib. It's not quite going to be back-to-back boundaries, but it will be 3 more to the total. As Malanta could have taken the stumps off. His teammates need to give him a shout. I don't think they can hear each other out there. Such is the cacophony of noise. We will have a check on the boundary, but I think it was clean.
Easy. No problem. Having a look at the boundary, but... Yep. So not a boundary. Into the 9th. 80 without loss.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
DHI happier home today sahi.
Not just in going past Zayd, but maybe even top spot. And a special mention for the lone Nepali batter in there, Rohit Paudel. As Jimmy Neesham returns to the attack. Paudel played the least number of games of everyone there. I was with him last night. He's going to be here today, the national team captain, and rightly so. He was quite brilliant this tournament, even though the Lions had a campaign to forget. Is there a way back into this game here for the Bolts? Something's got to change.
They need wickets. They need wickets quickly, because you just think of what's to come here. Brandon McMullen, Dipendra Singh Airee. There is plenty. Ishan Pandey, who's had such a good tournament as well. So these two can play with all the freedom in the world.
Oh, this is hammered. And hammered into the grandstand for 6. What a way to bring up your 50. It comes off 33 deliveries. 5-4.